All right, hello and welcome. I'm David Kinder, and today I'm going to share with you a solution to a problem that I've been having, and I'm going to show you some of the intricacies of it as far as I know about it to be. And here was my problem. My problem was that I was not taking action as I knew I should be and as I knew that I could be. And when you have a problem, you got to drill down. What's the problem? Why does this problem exist? And when I look at and I think about some of the best phrases out there, one of the best phrases was from Ben Feldman. If you have a problem, turn it into a process or a procedure, and it won't be a problem anymore. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I was not taking the action I needed. And I was like, why is this happening? Is it called reluctance? In my mind, I'm saying no. It's not that I'm afraid of things. So the truth is, I didn't have a system to manage the names well enough, to manage open cases, to manage follow-up, to manage clients that have done business with me. And the last thing I wanted to do was be sloppy in that area. And so when I was thinking about those problems, well, what am I going to do about it? Well, the truth is, you got to get a system. And could I create one or should I just buy one? Well, years ago, I had a system called the one card system. And quite often it's dismissed as, well, that's old, that's antiquated, it's all 3x5 cards, index cards, it's all paper based. You know what? It's exactly what I feel that I need. And I'm going to share it with you why it is that I'm going to use this system. So first of all, if you saw the thumbnail, you're going to see that's what I got in the mail. This is an after unboxing because I haven't done much of anything with this since I opened up the package here. Let me switch to the camera view here. And so from here you see I got the productivity planner for the year. I got my 1,000 clients book. I got, they call it a textbook, Building a Financial Services Clientele. And of course I got the file boxes. And yeah, those are index cards with tabs for the different months of the year. And then if I could flip it around, these are all the different sections that are in there. Now, I'm going to use this a bit differently than as it talks about in the book. So first of all, if you've ever used the one card system, the one card system was designed by Alfred Granum, and he ran one of the most successful Northwestern mutual agencies in the history of the company. And part of it was because of agents finally being held accountable to themselves and then being managed by their manager through their own accountability. And that's what I wanted. I wanted my own accountability system because that's what sales is all about. Sales is not about reporting to your manager. This isn't about that kind of crap. This is about having you be accountable to yourself. And even more importantly, when you're really in business, you're accountable to the people that have hired you, your clients and your prospective clients. So if you're familiar with the system, there's a few things I'm changing as compared to what you might have heard or been used to. So first of all, number one, every client who buys from me is an open active client. Why? Because first of all, Al Granum would say, well, unless they're going to buy from you again, they're an active client. But if they're not going to buy from you, they're going to be an inactive client, or you're going to drop them, or whatever it's going to be. I don't believe in that. I believe that if you buy from me, you're going to be my client, and I'm going to meet with you, and I want to be in contact with you. I mean, unless you're rude to me, unless I need to fire the client, you're going to be my client. So one of the tabs, there's 3 control tabs here, and one of them, they're called additions, rejections, and then this one's for inactive, meaning that they're no longer going to buy. You know, you've sold them out. You know, it's like, okay, I've gotten everything I need out of you. Now I'm going to drop you. No, I'm not doing that. So I call it current open cases, because anytime that you're working with a current open case, it's kind of separate from your tickler file system. You want to keep on top of it weekly, you know, every day of the week. So that's one change I made. The other change is that this has typically been a system where you contact people based on their age change, based on their birth date. I'm not going to be doing that. This is going to be based on when we put their plan into place. So if I close their business in October, then every October I want to meet with them to review why we did what we did, make sure we're on track to fund the plan again, etc. This is going to be based on implementing a plan, not their age change. Those that work with people on their age change, nothing wrong with that, but that's not the way I'm going to work. Anything else? Not really. That seems to be kind of the bigger changes. Oh, actually, there's a couple more. I'm not in the publishing business, and I'm not in the business of keeping publishers in business. And so one of the things that you see, the system comes with 800 of these yellow, they call them suspect cards, which means everybody you ever meet, everybody you ever come in contact with, you're supposed to fill out one of these cards. I ain't doing that. The yellow cards are going to be for prospects, people who are prospective clients who are wanting or going to eventually become a client. And then the white cards are going to be for those who have purchased, we've closed out their case file. That's the order that I am doing it with. So if it comes with 1,000 cards, and 200 are the white cards, and 800 are the yellow cards, I've got a whole lot of work to do before I really use up this system. What else? Also, there's been a lot of things about the points, one card system points. I hate the points. I actually don't see the point of the points as much. Because here's the thing. Points without finesse and without skill are going to be worthless. So let's suppose you have 20 meals with potential prospects in a month. Well, someone might buy out of that, but the idea of that is you talk to them about whatever it is. You've had a meal with them, so that's good for another point. And maybe you bring up, hey, do you know anybody else I could talk to about life insurance? You just probably wasted the whole day. The points told you had a 3.5 point appointment, and yet you don't have any skills to really do that. You need the right skills, the right finesse. So I'm not about the points. I don't care about the points. If you're focusing too much on the points, saying I need to have a 120 point month, I think you're missing the point, because you need to have the finesse. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to have the skills. If you don't have that, the points, well, it's like the whose line is anyway. Everything's made up, but the points don't matter. So let's not get to that point where you think it's all about the points. The points give you a guideline of how you should be thinking. I'll give you that. But if you're thinking about the points more than the person, there's a problem. Okay? What else? That's kind of it. Now, what I'm going to do from here is that this is the introduction part. I'm going to go through different parts of the one card system in separate video segments, showing you what I like, what I don't like, what I think is unique about this particular part, etc., etc. I'm just going to outline how I'm going to be using it. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to go over the card file box. I'm going to go over the planner. In fact, I'm going to be comparing the planner to another company's planner and why I like it and why I don't like the other one. Not returning it, but I've got them anyway. The textbook, the 1,000 clients book. So I'm going to go over all of that in separate segments based on my past experience on it and what I think of it. So I'll see you in the next videos.